Hey, all right. Welcome to the Tuesday show. I'm Ultra David.
I'm really tired. I'm jchensor. How's everybody going?
I've been better. I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with lateral epicondylitis.
That sounds terrible. What the hell is that? I see you have. I didn't even notice you had the strap on your arm until right now.
I've been better.
What is that?
It's tennis elbow.
Really?
I was coming in here trying to make it all dramatic, and I couldn't not smile. Just I couldn't take it seriously. Yeah, I have tennis elbow. It's true.
How?
It's just a lot of repetitive activity in like your forearm muscles. So presumably typing,
Interesting.
playing video games. You know, put it on the heap of whatever I got. Tearing rotator cuffs in both shoulders.
The craziest thing about it is, like, I swear to God,
radiculopathy.
I've been typing since the 5th grade, and you know how old that I am.
Yeah.
Right? So I've been typing around like 5th grade, and I have never gotten any sort of carpal tunnel from keyboard usage, except for from at work when I was using a mouse up here for a long time because we had racks of machines to do testing, right?
Yeah, okay.
So there was mice up here for this rack and this mic, right? But outside of that, regular typing has never happened, and I think it's because I've never learned how to type properly.
I was just going to say, I think it's because you're a terrible typist.
Yes, and you know what? I'm glad.
I guess that's good, turns out. Yeah.
I will accept that, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so.
like James does the whole, like, searching around, and then once he sees him, he goes bam, 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 and he, like, punches it in.
I mean, if I look at the keyboard, I can type super fast, and I use a bunch of fingers, but I don't use proper fingering. I do. I type really, really.
I'm not saying you don't type fast. I'm just giving you crap for not being a good typist. But apparently that has saved your forearms.
Yeah, so pretty much. So I've never had any sort of carpal tunnel problems from typing. So it's really kind of funny that way. So.
Were you implying other reasons there? Were you other wrist action going on that's giving you problems?
Just from games and mice usage, amongst other things.
Anyway, yeah, I got tennis elbow, so I was supposed to keep this. It's like a little thing that helps keep your forearm tendon together, and I have a stretching regimen, and I got a topical gel that's supposed to steroid it up and stuff. So.
Nice.
In the meantime, I'm playing exactly as many video games and typing just as much as I ever did. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I will say, what was the video game that actually did start to hurt my hand for a while? It might have just been playing. I think it was the Switch, actually. Although I will say, when I was playing Splatoon on the airplane. It is kind of nice. I know because like when it's in airplane mode, you can't use the controllers disconnected because they connect to Wi-Fi. Whatever, dude. I turn that.
Keep Wi-Fi.
I just
totally.
I don't even turn on airplane mode.
For sure.
I don't care. But the cool thing is you have the monitor there, and I'm literally just playing with my hands wherever
That sounds great.
Like I'll be playing like this, or like it's actually really nice. It's actually a really, really nice. It's actually probably one of my favorite portable systems right now.
Makes total sense to me.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. I mean, I didn't even bother trying to get a SNES emulator as much as I really, really want it because there are so many games on there that I've never played. It's just I just can't be bothered with the effort.
Yeah, I think it's silly. I think it's. I would just play them on the computer if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's talk about video games, and there is some stuff to talk about, but not a ton of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, this could be a potentially very short episode. You know, I mean, a lot of crazy things are finally coming up soon, but yeah right now there's kind of like this, we're just clamoring for information period.
Right, yeah, and so, okay, let's talk about information, because there has been some interesting information.
Yes, so first of all, a new trailer for Dragon Ball FighterZ came out at Gamescom. So Gamescom is going on in Germany right now, right? Germany. And so a lot of information is coming out there. In fact, it was announced that we would, for example, see the first play of characters like Dormammu and like Firebrand and Ghost Rider there. Yeah. So they actually, Gamescom was going to have a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
And so Dragon Ball FighterZ came out with a new trailer. That was the first thing that came out of there. And God, that trailer is so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
It's so beautiful.
What the crazy thing about it is that it's pretty in the sense that it looks just like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... I don't look at it and I think, like, it's the prettiest game ever. I think that looks exactly like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Right?
It's similar why we think Cuphead looks so
exactly
good.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. It's not like some fancy, super modern graphics, but it's, like, got this art style, and it's just... perfect for the art style.
Yes, this is what I've always wanted for video games. I was sick and tired of video games going, look at our graphics improving, let's emulate real life as much as possible. No, this was like, okay, we have this technology, we're going to make it look as actually anime as possible and replicate like the actual cartoon to the point where it's so accurate and actually looks weirdly better.
I'm totally with you, man. Okay, so what do you want to talk about first when it comes to, you want to talk about, I guess, DBFZ's up there on top. So other than being beautiful, which we've talked about.
They announced new characters, and I'm totally going to destroy this, right?
Do it! What do you got?
They announced, it was Piccolo. They announced the little short dude with
an R
in his name. Crap.
Maybe an L in his name, depending on how you want to go.
Shoot.
Maybe an I, maybe a Y.
Crap. Okay. I'm so done with. Oh, they also announced Android 16 and Android 18 and Android 17. Krillin. That's what it is.
Yes.
And Android 16 and 18 are characters, and 17 is there, but 17 turns out to be Nana to Android 18's Popo, basically. And, you know, the way that they look, to be honest with you, I wonder if, like, one of the alternate colors for the character is going to swap them, like Popo and Nana. And, in fact, one of the clips actually has Android 18 and Krillin in the same pose as Android 17. So it almost looks like you could put Krillin there instead of Android 17.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Who killed Dragon Ball Z's dad?
Oh, man. All right. Anyway, all that stuff sounds cool. And then apparently... Actually, this would be like... these characters are also showing up.
Super Saiyan Blue forms.
That would be funnier than that.
Sorry. So Goku and Vegeta will have their Super Saiyan Blue forms, and then SSB Goku and Vegeta will be different characters. Oh, interesting. Okay. So they're actually going to be separate characters. Yes, I kind of remember hearing about that. So.
Okay.
Sorry to disappoint. That
I'm a little disappointed.
Did not destroy that as badly as I probably could have.
Anyway, so
but I mean, the one other thing that they showed in that trailer was a story mode.
Yeah, that is super cool. I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah,
it's story mode is obviously key to getting casual players involved. Mm-hmm. And casual players are, well, everybody's into this game, right? Like casual and hardcore, it doesn't matter. Everybody's in this game,
right?
But casual players are going to be in there, and to have a story mode in there, like assuming it's good, hopefully good. We'll see. I feel like that's such an important and big draw. Mm-hmm. The game is going to hopefully draw in a lot of people into the competitive scenes, right? I think that's what we're all hoping for. And I feel like that's more likely with a good story mode. Because more people will play the game because of the story mode. And
my question is...
I hope.
Do you think that you'll actually be able to play anything in the story mode? Given that Guilty Gear story mode is like 4 hours long and there's literally no gameplay in it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Guilty Gear story mode is literally a movie. You just watch it.
Is it crappy?
It's not crappy, it's just very anime. So it's like... world destruction, this doesn't make any sense, but this is overpowered and this is happening and this guy gets stabbed, he totally looks like he should be dead, but he's gonna be alive, and you know, it's like craziness, but it's really because it looks so good.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Like there's a Bedman Slayer fight that was like really, really cool.
Yeah.
But it's literally, you just watch it. And a lot of people pointed out that Android 18 had a different outfit, right? But in the story mode. But in the story mode, they don't animate every frame like they do in the actual game, so you could probably skin her a little bit into another costume a little bit easier, because even in the story mode for Guilty Gear, Ramlethal had another costume for a large period of time, right? So I feel like in the story mode it's possible, but in the game it's going to be tough, because you know the original rumor that came out for Dragon Ball FighterZ had like there was like some Japanese thing with the translations next to it, turned out to be like a 4chan post or something like that some people thought was serious. But like I saw costumes and I was like, this can't be real because it's too hard to make costumes in this game in the art style of Guilty Gear. But I think in the story mode, I think it's possible.
Well, okay. I really hope that the story will be playable.
From 2chan, sorry.
Like I really hope that it will be playable. But I guess even if it's not, that will still be a reason for people to buy the game and at least try the game out. Yeah. Hopefully so. Anyway, I think that's really cool.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like some people are saying, like, a lot of the story mode fights are kind of dumb anyway. Even, like, in Mortal Kombat, like, the story mode, when you play them, like, you had, like, tickets to skip fights and stuff like that. So it's almost like they kind of knew that the fights are kind of, like, annoying parts of the story, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like playing against the CPU always. Right. Like, I never like playing against the arcade mode or whatever, but a lot of people do like that stuff, so give them the thing. Right. Give them the chance. So I think that's cool. And then what about the playstyles of the characters? Have you seen much?
I mean, it's interesting so far because, I mean, like, I know I'm not a big Dragon Ball person, but like when that trailer first showed up and they showed the 4 faces, I was like, are those the same characters or are they all different characters?
Yeah, I mean, I've been making that joke since it was first announced. So, yeah,
but like that one honestly was like, wow, okay. But I mean, so far the 2 characters that stood out to me, as I'm sure they stood out to you for the exact same reasons, were Piccolo with stretchy arms. Yes. I saw a stretchy arm move, and then Android 16, of course, who was a robot with grapples. And
he does seem to have grab.
He seems to be the grappler. He
does seem to be the grappler. Yeah. I've heard people say on Twitter that the Piccolo arm stretch thing is a hit grab.
Oh, really?
It's not a grab. Yeah. I haven't been able to confirm that myself. I watched footage and didn't see it actually connect. I saw him reach out. I didn't see it actually connect. So.
But I mean, at least it's a stretchy move.
A stretchy move, yes.
In 3D games, so maybe he'll have zony, stretchy kind of things going.
That would be great. Yeah. That would be really cool. Mm-hmm. It's unblocked. Why not? Why not?
I mean, unblockables are basically throws.
It's actually a grab. Oh, it's not a hit grab. Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, unblockables are basically throws that you can combo. That's just basically what they are, yeah. Except in some games, they make it so that they can't grab people out of block stun, because then that's too cheap, right? So, like Bishaman's, the hand that comes out of his chest and grabs you and squeezes you in Night Warriors, was a throw and a hit. It was the dumbest thing. So you could combo. It was basically an unblockable. So I could just do low crouching medium kick into it, and there was nothing you could do. You get hit by it, you could block it, you could do whatever, you're going to get grabbed.
There weren't like those block frames where you're not grabbable kind of thing?
It was so cheap. It was so broken.
All right. Well, that sounds pretty good. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that it's a grab. I think that's really cool. The movement that I've seen for him and for Krillin look really interesting. A lot of side-to-side type stuff. You know, watching the trailer, a lot of the characters they have like, I throw a thing and it blows up and boom, and like it's hard to get a better idea of what they're doing there.
Because that's the thing. Right now, we've seen a lot of trailer footage. Yeah. And obviously that's going to be more explosions and everything like that. I really need like some actual like match footage, and I know they have some too at from VS Fighting. They had some there where a bunch of people play and they were able to test combos out and things like that.
Indeed,
I've been seeing some footage from people recording things at Gamescom.
That's slowly coming out.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm hyped for Android 16. It's not that I need to play a big dude. Okay, I really wish that there were more characters that were not stereotypical giant man. Or whatever.
Grappler,
for the grappler. Like, I wish that there was something else, but
I will tell you that is
almost never.
The number one reason why I was most excited for Makoto when Third Strike was first announced. Because she was the fast, short grappler, and I was like really excited. But
no, totally. And SNK has a bunch of those. Even KOF, last couple KOFs, like I mean, those characters exist, but like I've ended up with like Daimon and Maxima and stuff. I'm still picking the big guys. It's not like I need to. It's just that always is how it ends up, and I guess it's going to end up that way in Dragon Ball as well, because I'm definitely playing that too. Yes, super where he kills the opponent.
The
grab. That's great. That's
like he dies no matter what, right?
No.
If he grabs you,
he has a pixel left.
Oh, he'll have a pixel left? He's literally has Dan's super from Marvel 2, except it actually kills the enemy.
Yep.
Dang. You know what?
I think that's so cool.
It is cool, but like, is it ever gonna connect?
It seems really slow. I don't know. But that game has such wild assists that I don't feel like you can say no without like having put some time in beforehand.
That's true,
I feel like there's going to be some wild enough stuff that we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I hope so because it's super cool.
It's like Q's destruction, but like the cool version of it.
Yeah. The not terrible version of that move. Right? Yeah.
Oh man! So someone says the grab has a lot of armor.
Oh, that's cool.
Would it be able to like go through supers or something like that? If someone does a super and you just activate it and you just like and he goes through.
It's gonna be like Bowser siding. It's gonna be sick. Like you give up some life.
Dude, that means they're gonna patch it out or something.
I know, right?
Something stupid
well,
like
thankfully
that.
Nintendo's not running the show here.
Right. Interesting. Think Misfortune from Skullgirls plus Grappler plus Sentinel. That actually just kind of like
Rocket Punch.
Oh, because he has Rocket Punch? Okay. But, I mean, where's the Parasol aspect of Android 16?
Oh, I don't...
Oh, Misfortune. Oh, Misfortune. Okay. Got it. I was thinking of the wrong character. Okay.
Yeah, anyway. New characters all look sick. I mean, visually, obviously, they look sick.
Yeah.
But the movement that's in there and funky options again, and
you saw like
they're willing to have such crazy designs.
Did you see like the stage transition where you get launched to the mountains? It actually goes to another stage.
I did.
Dude, those things are genius. By the way, the ending like where you slam them into the building and then the building explodes, or when they go through the mountains. I wonder like if those will eventually start getting old, or will they be hype like forever? You know. Like Tekken slow-mo is like hype forever.
It's different every time, but those building slams are not going to be.
Yeah, is it going to be like Injustice transition?
That's what I feel like it's going to be like Injustice, or like in Tekken, there are like stages that you go through, right?
Yeah.
And like the first time you see it, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Right. And then the 100th time you see it, you don't even think about it.
Right. Exactly.
So, that's what I figured. But yeah, I'm consistently impressed and excited for how wild they're willing to let the characters be. Like they're willing to just make the craziest crap, and I think that's going to be really fun. It's going to be like, it's going to be very tough, I think, for people to approach. For like people getting into it to approach. There's going to be this side of the game where you press any button and things explode. So that's cool.
Right.
But then once you're like a little bit beyond that, I feel like there's going to be this giant valley in terms of player skill where everybody's just going to get totally murdered by whatever anybody else is coming. It's going to be like really tough to get around. I feel.
Because I mean, I'll tell you right now,
fun for us to play.
For all fighting games, so far the online experience for pretty much every fighting game that I'm playing right now is really kind of miserable. Because the ranked, they don't really pair you up with people of your level. You either get destroyed or you destroy somebody else, and like there's really no progression. You know what I mean? Like I don't expect DB Fighters to fix this, or any of the fighting games coming out soon. But honestly, a bunch of fighting games really need to look into the ranked experience and really find a way to tweak that, because the way it is in every fighting game right now is just such a slog, and it's like. And it's dumb how in like Street Fighter V, like the only way to rank up is if you win 100 games and lose 2. You know, because when you lose 2, you lose just as many points as you gain from winning 100 by the time you get to platinum and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, KI did have a good system. Not just good online play, like connections, but the ranking system was good.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you could like test into how strong of a player you were and be rocketed up to the top.
Right.
Slowly have a progression. It was really good.
See, that's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They announced an MvCI. We'll probably talk about this a little bit,
talk about that.
The beginner league stuff. But is there anything else you want to say about Dragon Ball?
Those characters look fun. I don't know anything about them. Not nothing. I don't know like James level of nothing.
Right.
I'm like a little bit above that.
Yeah.
But
fair enough.
I'm no expert.
I literally know nothing about the series.
Yeah.
People were talking about it like online. I was in a discussion about it, and I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. So.
I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like an awesome game. It continues to look awesome.
The closed beta signups are open for
yes.
I didn't bother. I haven't bothered for any beta for anything in so long. It's because I just don't. Betas just I don't have that desire to like mess with betas as much as other people.
And I know, but come on.
If the beta has a training mode, then maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll try to get in there. But it's probably too late now, right? Or is the sign up still open? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, all right. Dude, actually that would be sick if they did character intro trailers. Just for the people who actually don't know anything about the character.
That would be really nice.
Yeah, like here's this character, this is how their personality is, this is their role in the story. Go.
I feel like there's 10 people in the world who would need that. Like, they'd put all this time in, and it'd be like, all right, James, David, and then, like, the 8 other people we name by name.
Joe.
That's it.
L.I. Joe.
Yeah, those are the only people on Earth. I don't know if it's worth that effort.
Because
everybody knows.
Okay, so this is all I knew about it, was that there were 7 Dragon Balls, right? And, like, someone was asking, was like, so do you know what happens when they get them all? I'm like, no clue.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like gathering like infinity stones. You just end up being like super powerful. But apparently it summons a dragon and the dragon gives you one wish. But apparently the dragon can actually deny that wish if the wish is too outrageous or something like
what
that.
What a bubble.
I don't know. It was like craziness.
Yeah, I know.
Just watch the Infinite. There's like 10 seasons of this thing, isn't there? I know there's the Dragon Ball Abridged where they like went back and did the whole thing again, but like shorter to summarize it a little bit.
I'm sure Wikipedia has a Cliff Notes version.
Dude.
Plot summary.
Dude, if Dragon Ball had a Cliff Note... Yeah, actually, Wikipedia. I'll look it up. Because that's how I catch up on all the Marvel stuff, too. Every time I finish watching a Marvel movie or a show... Defenders was cool, by the way. Like, every time I finish watching one of those things, I immediately go online and just start, like, finding out who they actually are. Like, the craziest part was, like, I just watched the Wolverine on the airplane, the one where Wolverine goes to Japan. And, like, there was that one character in there who, like, spits venom or whatever like that, named Venom. But I guess in the comics, it's actually the same character who plays Lady Hydra, who was the character that Ada became, Ophelia, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy and stuff. And it was just, like, obviously the 2 different universes with the same character. But they couldn't call her Lady Hydra because they didn't have the rights to that name, so they just called her Venom. And
lawyers.
Yeah, it was actually cool. You don't need to watch Iron Fist to watch The Defenders, but I feel like you kind of should, even though Iron Fist isn't good. But, like, watching Iron Fist and seeing how not good it is, like, helps make Iron Fist actually, like, you can actually see him being actually kind of slightly better in The Defenders. But he's still by far the weakest link, so he's seriously by far.
Is he bad in the sense that, like, he's a bad actor? Or, like, in the sense that, like, the character sucks?
Like, I can't tell if the character sucks because he's a bad actor, but, like, he literally has no charisma. But he's also supposed to be, like, the greatest warrior from Kunlun, and, like, he just can't fight. Like, there's one scene in the...
Like, is he already supposed to be...
Yeah, he's already
done it.
Yeah, he's already the Iron Fist.
Okay.
And, like, he's, like, whiny, and, like, there's one scene, literally, where he's walking through an alley in The Defenders, right? And then people attack him, but right before they attack him, he's walking through, and he's wearing a hoodie, and he takes the hood and puts the hood on for no reason. And I was like, what did they film that for? And then they start fighting. I was like, oh, so they could obscure his face for stunt double karate, you know? So that way someone else can actually do it.
That's gross.
Yeah, I was like, that's actually kind of funny. But if you haven't seen The Defenders yet, the one thing that I will say that's super cool, like, you'll actually, totally off topic, by the way, but, like, when you see the title and you see this from the actual individual shows, but they all have a very different color scheme. Daredevil is very red, Jessica Jones is very blue, Luke Cage is always very yellow, and Iron Fist is very green. So in the first 4 episodes, before the Defenders finally get together, every time they're doing the individual sequences, it's that color scheme.
Well, that's kind of cool.
But then whenever a character crosses over and runs into one of the other characters, those color elements are introduced. Like, at one point, Jessica Jones is chasing someone out of a building, and it's all blue. It's all blue. She gets to the street. She runs into a character from Luke Cage, and all of a sudden you notice all the traffic lights are yellow in the background.
Okay,
you know,
all right.
There's one scene where Jessica Jones is in the police office, and Daredevil comes bursting through the door. That interrogation room was entirely blue, but when he bursts through the door is red. And then when they finally get together at
that's pretty cool, actually.
When they finally get to a Chinese restaurant, like that's where they first gather. The neon sign for the Chinese restaurant is red, blue, yellow, and green.
That's cool.
Like they did a lot of cool color
cool
things
little leitmotifs in there.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I really enjoyed that part. So
very cool. Well, it's not entirely off topic because we are going to talk about Marvel.
Fair enough. Sure. Okay.
Totally has to do with it. Let's talk about Marvel.
Sure.
So, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite news has also come out, and more gameplay footage and etc. Let's see. So, Firebrand's in there. We saw footage.
Dormammu's in there.
Same with Dormammu. Same with Ghost Rider.
Yes. So 3 brand new characters, and then they officially showed Jeddah finally.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so we actually got to see the supers that Combo Fiend tried to land on Filipino champ and missed.
That's right. Yeah. He has the contract super.
Yes. And he has the World of Blood super. He has both of them, which is actually cool.
That said, with respect to Blood, I slowed it down and I looked at his animations, and I don't see him cutting himself.
Yeah.
He's just hitting people.
Yeah. It doesn't.
So I mean, it's cool that Jeddah's back.
Yes.
He's a very cool character. But I thought like one of his coolest aspects was that he cuts him and he sprays blood on people.
So he does the jumping heavy kick, right? Which he just kind of jumps up and does this, and all the blood swirls around him. And if you actually watch the thing, he just rips into himself and the blood squirts everywhere. But in that game, he just jumps and stuff just appears around him and spins around. And I mean...
Yeah, it's a different time.
On top of that, too, he's not particularly good looking in general. Like, I think his model looks really...
Yeah, it's kind of
plastic.
Flat. Oh, I like his animations. You don't like the animations?
Oh, not just the model. He just looks really plastic and stiff. Like I would have expected him to be.
Or something.
Yeah, I would have expected him to be like really gritty and really kind of like he looks too shiny.
Okay, that's a good way.
You know what I mean? He looks too shiny, but like he's Jeddah, like he's this Grim Reaper, like who's cutting himself.
Yeah.
He's just
not anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Not anymore. But I do like his animations. Anyway, cool to see him.
You can't have people cutting themselves on Disney XD.
Dude, I really feel like that's part of it. Even though, I mean, Jeddah is from a million years ago. He's from the 90s when, I mean, there was violence in games, but like it wasn't animated well. Like, that is to say, obviously there were fatalities and stuff, and games were killing each other, but it was all super janky looking.
Right, super janky. The violence.
So, like now, it was violent, but like, oh, you pulled out a guy's heart, but it's just like a little... You can't see it's a heart. You just know it's a heart.
Right.
So now you could make a super cool looking... Well, I guess Mortal Kombat did that, right?
Yeah, because Mortal Kombat X, those fatalities, like...
Yeah, some of them are...
actually made, like...
Yeah, I don't like some of them.
Although some of them, to be honest with you, a lot of them,
are too much.
The anticipation is worse than the actual thing, but...
For sure.
When fucking, was it Kenshi starts doing the little sword spinning thing, and he slides you through it? Oh.
Yeah. Or Kung Lao putting his hat down on the butt and
right.
pulls you over. Oh,
and also, I shouldn't swear. Sorry, I'm totally gonna get YouTube to.
We'll talk about that later. Okay. Anyway, I feel like it would be super cool to see Jeddah done in the old style, but with modern graphics. It's just, I mean, Disney is involved with the game through Marvel and esports, and you have to sell advertising on the back of game footage, and I don't feel like that time. I feel like we are past that time. There was like this time when violence was cool, and now there's a lot of games that don't do it.
Yeah, and also, Super D says that he wishes another vampire game would be made, and like, honestly, like that's, like Vampire Savior might be my second favorite fighting game of all time, and like, I'm still flip-flopping on that, because I just know if they made a new Darkstalkers game, it would just be bad. You know, like, I can't picture them doing it right.
Well, we were just, like, it's not going to be Jeddah hurting himself constantly. Like, it's not going to be like that. You know, it's going to be sanitized. So anyway, Jeddah. And then Ghost Rider looks cool.
He looks crazy now.
I'm really excited for some of the changes.
Yeah, I'm super happy because he was one of the first characters I played, and I had to give up on him because he was so crappy. And it's funny too because very early on in MvC3, that was probably my best team, was my Ghost Rider team, but it just couldn't stay alive because it turned out Ghost Rider was ass and just
Ghost Rider Jump S with Felicia Lowe.
Yeah, and Doom Beams.
And Doom Beam.
That's all it was. It was just I was a very horizontal. Fight, and that's all I was doing. Man.
Yeah, Ghost Rider ended up being pretty bad, obviously, but I'm hopeful for him now because it seems like they've changed. Well, not just him, but other characters who were weak in Marvel 3. Like Thor seems like he's way improved. Like it feels like Iron Man. Like they've done that with quite a few characters. So I think that's going to be cool. Firebrand, I couldn't get past the voice. I don't even know what he does in this game.
With him going.
Did you hear the voice?
I mean, that's basically what he was doing, right? He was just screeching. Was he actually talking? I just heard.
Yeah, they were just like weird noises. It's just they were so bad.
Yeah, you didn't like him, huh?
No, they were so bad. So I wasn't even looking at what he did.
I think the first time I watched the footage, I had the volume really low, so I might have not even heard it, to be honest with you. But, I mean, isn't that kind of how he's supposed to sound? Like, he's supposed to be like,
You're doing a better job right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to go back and listen to it again.
You're currently doing it better.
I'll have to go listen to it better. Okay, so now Capcom has another reason to hire me, to do voice acting for their game.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, well, that's too bad. Play it for the stream? No, I'm not gonna. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, look, the characters.
You guys can hurt yourselves.
The characters looked really cool. I'm really excited about it.
Gameplay looks cool.
Like, as much as like a lot of people are mad that there's so many people returning to the roster, like I feel like what they did to a lot of the characters feels cool. Like they have same moves. But at the same time, like, things work differently with them.
Sure.
You know, like, even Captain America, like, I saw, like, a combo that he was doing, and I was like, whoa, he's, like, doing all these crazy shield slash combos, and Chun-Li was doing ROM, like, combos,
really?
Too. Yeah, she, like, launched someone, did super jump, heavy punch, air dash, heavy punch, super jump, heavy punch, air dash, heavy punch. Like, she was doing Magneto loops. I was like, holy crap, Chun-Li has Magneto functions implemented. So I was, like, kind of excited about that, you know? But, like, it feels like the combo system is super wide open.
And
it looks real. Like even who was it? It was Razorburn. You know, SoCal Marvel player was doing Mega Man combos on the demo, and like the combos he were coming up were sick. So I'm like I just want to get the game and stream myself in training mode for like 10 hours basically.
That's gonna be cool.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah. And then you talk about some of the crazy options. Soulstone is in there, obviously, and finally now we know what it does. People suspected that it might bring the teammate back because
they were lying there.
Yeah, they didn't explode, they didn't disappear as they've always done in Marvel games. And sure enough, that is what it does. But it also allows both characters to be controlled simultaneously.
It's like when you bring them back to life, that's the only choice, right? You just play both characters at the same time, or is it like...
As far as I know. Okay. And then after that, the character survives still. It doesn't go back to being dead.
Right.
It's alive now.
Oh, so after that runs out, like the guy just jumps away and it keeps going, perhaps?
Well, I guess I'm not sure which character remains point, but like the character who died and came back to life is still alive after.
Okay. That's actually cool.
It's awesome.
I mean, they kind of stole that from Skullgirls, right? Because Valentine had the way to bring people to life, right? But it's an interesting mechanic that they put in there, right? It's interesting that they put that in there. The Soul Gem normally, steals life from the opponent or something like that?
Oh, the normal version of it?
Yeah, the normal version.
I guess I'm actually not sure. I don't remember having seen it.
Yeah, I kind of remember...
Oh, yeah, it gets life back. It gives life back.
Oh, it gives you your life back, basically.
Right. Isn't that what it does? Or maybe I'm thinking of the Senzu Bean assist on... I'm sorry. So, in Dragon Ball, Krillin comes out and he puts a little bean on the ground. Right, it's Krillin or is Piccolo who has this? I don't remember. Anyway, and when you pick it up, you get life back.
Oh, cool. Okay. Nice. Oh, so some people are saying it's lifesteal, yeah.
It's cool.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems.
It is Krillin, yeah.
It seems kind of sick, to be honest with you. The soul gem,
dude.
yeah,
I think that's very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
They've managed to make each of the gems compelling and crazy, and I'm not sure which ones. Like, do you like when I first saw that you put the opponent in a box? I thought that's crazy. Like,
that's got to be the greatest thing ever.
I know. Yeah.
And then you watch modern footage, and it's like it's not very good.
Yeah. What? Like compared to like custom combo, or compared to getting your teammate back to life, and you get to, I guess, I don't know, the combo mechanics I'm sure are the same, but the fact that you have both characters simultaneously means that there are going to be crazy combos.
Yeah.
Going to be crazy stuff.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about that
they're all
is
very interesting.
I feel like that does a good job, replicating the third teammate, right? It just limits your choices on what it is. And obviously it controls what the assist is or whatever like that. But, what kind of... Like, it's weird that gems are doing it again, but like two players can use the same two characters, but as long as they change gems, they get something completely different, right? I mean, you could fight against your friend. Like, let's say your friend is a Zero Dante player, right? So Zero May Cry still, right? And he plays him all day, and he has like the craziest soul gem stuff, right? And then you go to a tournament, you fight someone else who has that, and they happen to be using like the reality gem. So you're going to be fighting a completely different team, and that's kind of exciting.
I think it's very cool.
Yeah,
it's very cool. Yeah, the difference between the gem that's always a command grab versus the one that gets life back versus the one that ultimately puts you in the box,
one
or
that gives you a
assist.
Command dash.
Yeah, command dash time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
it's wild. It's wild. I mean, I was saying this with Dragon
Ball.
Dude,
that's a great question, Deus Ex, dude. How are there no Power Stone characters in a game where everyone has superpowers and you're using Power Stones?
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a really great question.
Because nobody knows who those characters are. But that's true.
I know what they look like. I couldn't name you who they are.
That's fun.
Yeah.
As I was saying with Dragon Ball, where the game seems like it's designed to be super wild, man, I almost feel like Marvel Infinite might be designed to be even wilder.
Yeah.
Like these two games are going to be some of the craziest fighting games that have ever been out.
I mean, because I know Dragon Ball Z, I know it's character dependent, but a lot of the assists have large cooldowns.
Yes.
Right? But this game, dude, you can change very fast. You're obviously going to be swapping back and forth. And like I said, the craziest thing about it right now is we're playing this game, we're still brand new, and this is what I see in the future, right? Is like you have situation A, like you say you do lightning legs and you call your assist, and you do crazy things with your characters, they block the whole thing and you end up like jumping over here. In the future, we're going to already be used to that situation, so he's already going to know how to attack and tag into the next mix-up. And so every situation that branches off these tags, you're going to be used to and know how to tag. So if you're not basically tagging back and forth between your characters like constantly, I think you're going to be playing it wrong.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right.
I mean, it's going to be really sick and creative.
Yeah, definitely both of those things. Yeah. And I also feel that if you... Say, like, you play the first month of Marvel Infinite, and then you take off 3 months, and you come back, you're dead. You're dead. You have no chance. It's going to be that kind of development in the game. So.
Dude, I didn't even know Goku had a tail. Like, someone actually told me he has a tail because it's based off the Monkey King mythology. And so,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know the backstory there.
I
knew about the tail.
But, yeah. But, so speaking of craziness, though, did you see the video that someone figured out that chip is on a timer?
Yes, I did.
What do you think of that? So people don't know. Like, as you take chip, you start taking less and less and less chip until it's like virtually no chip. And then once they stop taking chip, like it's like someone put a visualization meter in the video.
That's a really good video.
Yeah, so basically you take chip, and it fills up, and then he stops taking chip, and it drains, and then chip, and then, so basically there's like this weird kind of anti-chip mechanic, and like I had someone in my chat like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I want to be an Arthur player. How am I gonna play it? And I was like, dude, we don't know anything about this game. Like 5 months later, we could be like, thank God.
I suspect that's what we're going to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, did you see there's a little clip that is out on Hi-Fi's Twitter where it's Morgan and Firebrand both just shooting fireballs during the Soul Gem. Like, when they're just quarter circle forward punch, right? Like,
that's
constantly.
Okay.
Yeah, if you didn't have some kind of chip reduction system or something. It's not just that. Keep in mind, you can also push block perfectly and
that's right.
not take chip and reflect fireballs. Without that kind of mechanic, you just can't have something where you have two zoning characters throwing fireballs simultaneously. You just can't do that.
And it's not even fireballs. Like, what if someone finds sequences like boom, lightning legs, da 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 da, tag, fight into some crazy chip thing, into called back Chun-Li, blah blah blah, into lightning legs, called back, blah blah blah. You know, like that. And I don't know, like
So Genmu and lightning legs simultaneously,
ooh, and like
it's gonna be a lot of stuff.
Even like we saw Ghost Rider had that like crazy whippy move. Like you could probably whippy move, tag Chun-Li, attack, find this lockdown sequence in the lightning leg, tag back in the Ghost Rider, have him come back, and like there's gonna be some craziness.
There's definitely gonna be craziness. And that craziness is not far away.
So
in time.
So Dios X asks, what do we think of projectiles not only not building bar on block, but chip damage is eventually... Oh, we were just talking about that.
Although I hadn't realized that they didn't build any meter on block. That's quite a change.
So wait, but who does it not build meter for? The person blocking or for the person shooting the fireball?
Do you build meter when you shoot the fireball, but not additionally when the opponent blocks?
That could be it, actually.
Both? Neither one? But when you shoot the fireball itself, surely you build meter.
Yeah, because that's just standard special move, right? So when you do the projectile, you should gain meter. But then when it gets blocked, nobody builds meter.
Wow, I did not notice that. I totally missed that.
Dude, that's actually cool. In a weird way. Like, I don't know.
I'm just not sure what to make of it. Obviously, in previous Marvel games, you build meter so fast that to not have meter built as quickly is a big change. But then at the same time, the game is pretty different all over the place.
So wait, there's a video from Gamescom. Hawkeye throws 100 fireballs, never builds bar. Rue blocks it all. No one builds bar. So even doing projectiles doesn't get...
Crazy.
Okay, so what I'm starting to figure out now is that them playing the game in the office, they found out that projectile chip is broken.
That sounds like what they found out.
Because they're like, all right, let's let you reflect fireballs on push. We're going to reduce chip as it goes, and we're not going to let anybody build meter from this. Yeah, okay. This is Chris G's fault.
Yeah, right,
Oh, man. That actually, makes sense. Dude, I mean, like, I don't know how you could be mad at them. We don't know anything about the game. Like I said, 5 months from now, we can just be super thankful that they took these precautions in there, so...
Yeah, don't come to any conclusions about that being stupid or not yet. We have no idea.
Right, exactly. I mean, dude, like, Dragon Ball, you can mash D, and you're just like, fireball. Like, it'd be like, oh my god, this game's gonna be scrubby, it's stupid, right? Like...
Probably not.
I don't know. We don't know anything about the game right now, so... dude, I don't know. From the videos I've seen, nothing looks like that the projectiles have been nerfed in Marvel.
They still look good otherwise.
Right, yeah. And I mean, like, if you have a life lead and they want to sit there and block projectiles all day, you just zone them out into the game. They still have to get in on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you just sit there and block, how is that nerfed? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like everyone's going through fireballs and punishing you for doing it.
Or maybe there are other ways to keep people out. Maybe you put them in a giant box and time them out. I mean, come on, there's going to be plenty of wild stuff in the game.
Right.
Don't be worried about that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can deflect normal fireballs and Dragon Ball. It doesn't matter. My whole point is, like, complaining about anything as stupid or dumb right now in any game
it's too
that isn't out yet is the wrong thing to do. We don't know yet.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But we're going to know soon for Marvel Infinite.
God, that's right. It's like less than 30 days, huh?
It's less than a month away.
Okay, but the game looks a lot better.
Right, graphically.
Yes.
It does look improved. I'm a little surprised that people think that it's as improved as they seem to think. Because clearly it's improved, but I saw on the Twitters that people were really talking it up. Like that there's like a big difference. Dude, I see the difference. I'm just saying I don't feel like it's giant.
This is all just coming back to what I said many, many times. That gamers, you give them small things a lot and they're happy. It just goes right into my point. I made that really terrible, stupid, sexist analogy a long time ago about how the girls and guys are in relationships and like girls like everything that you do for them counts as 1 point and stuff like that. But that's how gamers are. Like, you do any small thing for them, you show them that you care, and that makes them happy. And that's why when you work so hard to like, oh, boom, here's season 3, look at all these changes, all the gamers are just going to be like, that's cool, thanks. But like, if this week was like, hey, 2 players can rematch. 2 weeks later, hey, look, Ken's face is fixed. 2 weeks later, hey, look, Alex's legs are fixed. Like, that would go over so much better than one giant season 3 package with all these changes.
I'm with you.
It. Like, honestly, yeah.
I'm with you. So the faces do look better. There's no doubt about it.
Dude, Chris, I think the Chris improvement is like way better than the Chun-Li improvement.
Yeah, I guess they're fine.
Chris looks way better to me.
I think Dante looks like he's 80% the same.
Yeah, Dante looks the same to me.
I don't know, whatever. I almost wonder if people don't want... Here's my conjecture. Is that people don't want to hate the game. And so when there's an improvement, they think, wow, anything.
Yeah.
And now it's like, anything is great. Right? I'm trying to avoid hating the game, so that's cool. I mean, I didn't think it was such a big deal in the first place, you know.
Well, I mean, to be fair...
Again, it's nice that they improved it.
Capcom hasn't been doing a good job showing that they're listening. That has been the number one complaint from everybody. Everybody that I've been talking to about this whole situation is Capcom's not showing that they're listening to us at all. And to see that Chun-Li's face was fixed is like kind of the first acknowledgement in like months that Capcom's like, okay, you're right, let's fix that.
It's you're saying it's more than just the face. It's an implication that they are paying attention.
Yes, and I think that gives a lot of people happiness and hope there.
I buy that.
Yeah,
I buy that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like Street Fighter V, God, I hope...
May Birdie's chain swing through his chest for the next decade. 10 more years, James. Anything else to say about Marvel Infinite or Dragon Ball FighterZ?
No. Let's see. Is James happy that people have been complaining, though? Yes. Yeah, I've always said, continue complaining. Please continue complaining. Just don't frame it. Like, literally, I retweeted somebody, like Marvel announcement came out and I retweeted it. And, like, it got a response. It was like, this game is ass. I hope you all, like, die and, like, you know, I was just like, what the hell? Like, I mean, like, these people, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, complain about it. But, like, let's just be reasonable. Because my number one complaint about the way the scene is that ever since I started talking about it, I have had so many people come up to me and be like, my friends tried to get in a fighting game. They heard our Kappa was the place to go. They went there and they just don't want to play. They just don't care about the FGC anymore. Or, hey, this guy came in and tried playing. The negativity was too much. They're gone. I've heard people that come up to me like, I started trying to get into it. The negativity was too much. I left. You know what I mean? That's just all it is. Like, complain. Please complain.
Well, maybe more like critique.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not the word complain.
Right. So, by all means, talk about the problems. I do all the time. I have entire episodes where I'm talking about, like, I hate input buffer in Street Fighter V, right? Like, please complain about or critique everything. Just do it in a way that's not so negative. That's all it is. That's all it is.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you probably shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. It's whatever.
No, trust me. I already know. I already know.
I haven't been there in a while. Anything else to talk about here, or do you want to take a break and then come back and we have like 5 more things to talk about?
I know, right? Yeah, all right, let's take a quick break and then close out the show. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Okay, be right back, guys. Be right back.